For sure.
So, if you guys don't mind telling us just a little bit about yourselves, and then I'll give you some more background and more questions as we go forward. So, who are you? Why do you trade? Where are you guys from? Give us all the background goods.
I'll go first, sure, I guess. Yeah, I'm Cal, and we're from New Brunswick. It's just under Quebec, like you said, and I'm a college student, University of Moncton. I study finance. I used to be in science for 2 years, and then I switched last year to finance. And we just started our Instagram, and now we're trading part time, and also mostly focusing on investing for right now, as the market is dropping a lot, so we're trying to build our portfolio on that for the long term, since we're both pretty young. So
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So you're both in college?
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
both in finance.
Well, yeah. We were like in the same science class program for 2 years, and then we changed to finance, and now we're doing our finance for 3 years, I think.
Beautiful. I love that, guys. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, as I mentioned at the beginning, I love this Instagram. I follow it. I think you guys post really good content, and I also just like the name of it. I have a lot
Thanks,
of
man.
students and traders and friends who live in Canada, and so I figured, giving you some love, and you always give me some love on your Instagram. So I just want to say thank you for that as well.
Well, thanks to you. It's fun to just come on and talk.
Yeah, it absolutely is, man. So tell us a little bit about what's going on up there in Canada, man. Like, just based on this whole fear and the virus and the impacts, like what's going on? What are your thoughts in general?
Yeah. Well, right now, our province not like under quarantine, like strict quarantine. We're just it's you're not supposed to go outdoors if you don't need to go. But like I work in a pharmacy, so I still have to go to work. Uh, but yeah, man, I think it's good that we take measures to prevent the spreading, distancing and everything. Market's really taking a hit because of that, and fear just gets on there, and it's gonna affect the long term of the market, I think.
Yeah, and as well, just maybe to add on that, right now, like we're university students, and university's been closed for the rest of the year. They're all going to be doing online classes in the next few weeks to prevent the spread from the virus. We're not in a big city, but we have an international airport here, so we're up to like 8 cases, I think, in our city, and it's only like 60,000 people. So trying to stay careful and help out with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, which is wild that, it's safe. I'm glad that the precautions are being taken, and that's really, really interesting to hear that they're shutting down all the campuses and everyone's going online. But do you think this is something that can last, or something that will last for the long term, in the sense of this is such a monumental shift in just people not going to school, staying home and working, not going to actually drive to their work, but now they're staying at home. Do you think these shifts last long term potentially?
Yeah, I'm not sure how long, but for sure for the near future, like we're students, so it'll probably affect our student jobs. Usually they're sponsored by the government or something like that, and we might not be able to find like a real good job or even find one at all, because they're all cutting this position right now. So kind of staying aware of that, not trying to waste too much money right now, and keep it up. But I think we'll be back open in September for the next year, but we can't ever really tell. We don't know. Well, I think we'll know a little bit more in a week, because they're just really starting to test the people's for coronavirus, and it takes about, I think it's 5 days to get the results back, at least here. So in a week we'll have a better idea of what are the real numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So you guys mentioned you're college students. Tell us a little bit about how you got interested in finance. Was it a friend? Was it a family member? Was it something you learned in school? What got you the bug?
Well, actually, it was in 12th grade. We had to do a project, and we had like 6 months for the project. So we had basically a whole semester to do the project. I was 2 months in, and I didn't even had a subject to talk about, when my dad just said, like, I could show you, I don't know if you know the Black-Scholes formula, option pricing formula. am I cut out?
Yep. You cut out for just a second. I can hear you now.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Well, my dad just said I can show you the Black-Scholes formula, which is an option pricing formula, and you could talk about that if you like. And I hadn't really looked at stocks or anything until 12th grade, but after this project, like I got really interested. My dad basically got me in the subject, and I just consumed anything I could after that. During the summer after graduation, I got into courses. I think I actually did yours, the free one, one of the first one I did. I watched videos, I paper traded, and then I opened an account with Thinkorswim to practice paper trade from there. And then really I learned option at first, and then I got into more stocks and day trading. But right now I'm more like trading options and managing my investing account, because as Pier-Olivier said, it's dropping, so we're adding on to our long-term positions in the portfolio.
Right. So what stocks are you looking at right now to add to?
Well, my long-term portfolio is mostly composed of ETFs, but I have some SPC. So SPC is one that I got on right after the IPO. SPCE, the Virgin Galactic one.
Yeah, as the second. Yeah.
So yeah, well, I don't know if you're familiar with this one. It's a Virgin Galactic, so it basically take tourism to space.
Right.
It's like a space tourism company. I got in right after IPO because I thought long term I really think this company can do something and get bigger. So I invested around, I think it was 1083, my average price in the beginning, and the price just shot up, as you can see, up to 42.50. That was out of IPO for sure, but I was able to take some at the top, so that was like a good trade in my investing account. And then right now I'm just looking to add some more for the long term, because I know right now it's not necessarily going to go up yet because they're not profitable, but there's a lot of interest in the company, and I really think it could space industry can be something we talk about in the future.
Yeah, totally. And this is one I did attract a lot as well. So you mentioned that you got in kind of like an investment, but
yeah, I got an investment.
Parabolic, you kind of took some positions off the
yeah,
table.
well, I couldn't like refuse the I think I was like 280% gain in like 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I took half off at the top, I think at 41, and I was just glad I could take this off, and then the other I'll just let ride my other shares and add some more right now, because we're at a low level. We're back at the low, so.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So what else?
For ETFs, I know I add on to my total stock market ETF. So VTI is one I look at or I invest in because it tracks the entire market. I have exposure basically to the S&P 500, so that's a good one to invest in, I think, as beginners, because we're not that advanced yet. But VTI is one I got in.
What's that ticker?
VTI. Sorry.
V. Got it. Yeah. VTI.
Yeah.
Vanguard. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a stock market ETF, but
sure,
it got crushed because market is getting crushed.
Yeah. So when you say you invest in this, like, are you buying? I mean, how do you buy it? Like, do you buy 1 share, 10 shares, 100 shares at a time? Do you buy weekly, monthly? I mean, how do you get into
right now? Yeah, right now I'm following like a dollar cost averaging strategy.
Okay.
So I'll just I got my pay like every 2 weeks. I put some money in my account, and then from there I invest each week. I switch, or each pay I switch up in which investment I invest. So basically I buy the same amount of dollar I can with the shares. So it's always it depends on the price really, but it's for the long term. So whether the price is high or low, I still invest, I think, $100 or $200 monthly.
Yep. Makes sense, man. Which is, again, great job that you're both college students, you're at university and you're getting into this now. what about day trading? Do either of you day trade, or you just kind of focus on
Yeah.
long-term stuff?
Well, that's it. We started with day trading. So right now, well, Pier-Olivier, you trade more. You day trade more ETFs, right?
Yeah, I started trading at JNUG and JDST a little bit, but then stock market just started to crash. It was getting a little bit too crazy or too risky for my taste, so I'm just kind of holding on to my cash for right now, uh, and I'm looking for it. I'll probably, because usually gold's supposed to go up when market goes down, but it's so crazy right now that everyone just want to take their money out of everything, so it still ends up falling. So trying to wait to see when the market will stabilize, because I don't think it's done falling down. I'm not sure if you looked at the SPI on like a 15-year chart or something like that, but it just dropped out of the channel not too long ago. So yeah, I would probably see something keep falling down. I think it's the fastest the market has ever fallen down, which is pretty crazy, and doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep some cash, or when it's stabilized a little bit, I'll probably start heading maybe in something like a VTI and split it into gold as well.
Understand.
Trying to probably able to try to swing trade or something rather than holding too long term, and then I can get back to more day trading with if I can make money off that. I was also looking at RH for maybe a swing trade when it starts by just keeps drop. They had good rating before, but now they're having trouble as they have to close some factories and release a real estate. It's a real estate, I think.
Brookfield Real Estate?
RH.
RH.
Yeah. And yeah, they're dropping in right now. They're having trouble, but they used to be like at their all-time high just before it started dropping.
Right.
So I guess, yeah, they're at support right now, but they'll probably break down even more. So
yeah, it's a very interesting time to be alive, gentlemen. It
yeah,
really is.
and
What?
not confident holding too much overnight, because as you can see, it swings like 5% every day, and you don't know which side it'll be. So
Yeah. Do you ever play options, or do you play just stocks?
I day trade. I like to day trade options or swing trade options. That's what I mostly do lately, because the market's dropping and there's a lot of opportunity everywhere. So I look for options play here and there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
This morning, actually, I was looking at APRN as a just for a stocks on the 1 minute. We actually had beautiful opportunities, but my Wi-Fi just cut on me, so I wasn't able to trade.
Man,
Yeah.
your Wi-Fi cost missed hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, because I was looking at an entry at, I think it was the break of 970 in the morning.
Yeah.
There was a pop.
Beautiful.
Then there was a second flag. Yeah, which broke at 1150. There was another entry.
That's such a gorgeous pump. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Up 137%
it's
today.
At 15 now. And even yesterday we had there were some good patterns too. So, I mean, I'm screening the market every day. I'm looking for options opportunity. But as you know, with the puts there's a high premium on the puts for now, but
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just waking up, getting ready and trading every day just gets me like in the groove and gets me looking at charts. So I'm always learning, and if I take a trade, I always post it on the trading page. So it makes me like review my trades. I know I have a journal. Yeah, I haven't taken a trade in a long term, but I think if you scroll down some more, last one was on Apple. Yeah, it's even further than that.
This one? It's been a while.
No.
It'll say a position or something like that.
Oh, it's making me sign up.
That's all right.
It got me. It got me. Well, so what gave you the idea to create this Instagram page?
Well, I guess I can go for it. Well, we were just like talking about it, and we're starting to trade and learn about it more, and we always wanted to. We saw like your Instagram page and stuff like that, and we were like, why can't we just do one? And so we just started it, and it kind of grew a little bit bigger and faster than we thought. But it turns out it was the really good way to make contact with people like you who can help us grow, because we're still like a beginner in this, and we had to make more capital. Another friend we from Canada we contacted through Instagram, and he's helped us with that. And it's a great way to keep up with the market, and also it keeps you posted, because we post every Thursday. So you have to make sure to review, and it keeps you disciplined as well. I see, to grow on Instagram, you have to be consistent, and I see you do it. You have to post like something every day, and it keeps you disciplined as well. So I think I like that as well.
Right. Right. No,
I had a question for you, Jeremy. What were you looking at for this market?
That's a great question, man. Right now, I'm just playing the fear and playing the panic. As crazy as it sounds, I'm just bearish. I started getting really, really bearish. I know it sounds not long ago, but this day right here, March 11th, pretty much once we closed below this hammer, that's when I knew that this was for real. And even since then, like, it seems like we're down a lot, but we're really not. 14, 15%, which I guess is a lot. But that's been since last Tuesday close. So for me, man, I think this is something that's going to blow over long term, but short term, we have a lot more pain ahead. We have so many companies that are closing down, restaurants, hotels, events. I mean, if it has anything to do with a lot of people, casinos,
the airline industry too is
closing
down.
Yeah,
we just in just our region, you have 2 airlines that you have one that laid off all their pilots for the time being, and you have another one they're stopping their flights indefinitely.
Yeah, so we're going to have some long-term impacts on this, and I truly, at this point, I'm just throwing my hands up. I don't know where the bottom is. I don't know exactly where we stop, but if you're a moving average fan, the 100 simple on the monthly chart is at 217. Like, that looks reasonable at this point. Like, we could get there this month. And it'd be the biggest bearish sell-off of all time in 1 month ever,
the
especially
fastest,
in March. Right? But it's very possible.
Because it went down fast.
It went down extremely, extremely fast. So yeah, right now, man, I'm playing puts. I'm doing a lot of day trading. I'm playing bearish, and I will play something bullish if I see an opportunity. But I'm just kind of keeping my eyes on the market as a what looks like a sell-off opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
But I agree with you. Definitely agree with you on the long-term perspective. Especially since you guys are in university, right? I mean, you're in your 20s. This is a good buying opportunity on some big name, like in ETFs or some market funds. I think it's going to be a good place. But I also know that a lot of people are saying that, and a lot of people are feeling that. So as you get those people who are tiptoeing in, there's going to be a little bit more pain ahead, potentially. But long term, we're going to come out of it. I think companies like Carnival and Royal Caribbean and Ford, we just have to be very, very careful trying to be a hero and pick the exact bottom, because it's going to be very hard, and just do so with very, very small size as we go lower and lower.
And because in my investing account, because I know it's long term, I'm slowly adding more on the drop. So as it's dropping, I'm just adding weekly. But I know it's not gonna go up right now, but I know in the long term that will be it will come back up, because the market always find the time to recover. But if you're looking for like actual position or this, but to time the bottom is really tricky.
Agreed. Day trading is going to be a lot of fun. I think for a while, because really, this, as crazy as it sounds, man, it could cause us to have some type of depressionary, recessionary type of feel in the broader markets.
Yeah.
Because again, there's going to be some ripple effects that come from this.
Yeah. Well, like stocks that are exploring vaccines and everything like that are shooting up. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And as you said, option puts on big names and everything, they're selling off. So
yep,
right there.
Totally agree, man. Absolutely agree. What do you think is going to be the future of trading in the sense of, do you think it's going to be more just sheer people who do it more robotically and they program algorithms? Do you think it's still going to be something where people do as a sport or as a career, as a hobby? Do you think that it's going to be more mainstream or become less mainstream? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's definitely going to become more mainstream. I don't think it'll get easier or anything like that. I think it might be something it'll do just like with YouTube and stuff like that. Like before people started, they were the first few YouTubers and they weren't just doing it for fun and weren't really know what they're doing. And now with the exposure of the internet, more and more people want to try to do it. And once they start with it, they try to get they understand that it's not easy and often they give up. And I think it'll probably do something like that. I think they'll especially with the drop right now, we're getting a lot more exposure on the stock market, because if you look at every news channel, the Dow Jones is there every day, either because it's up 5% or down 5%. And you get a lot more people asking about it right now. Just but yeah, I think it'll just get bigger just with Instagram and everything, because you see the Instagram accounts, the big traders and stuff like that, they're not super huge, and I don't think they're maxed out quite yet. I think it's just going to keep growing, especially when the market will be really low.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, especially with the commissions, are they the same up there in Canada? Are they no commissions across the board?
No, that's the
No,
bad
we
thing.
have.
We still have $10 every trade on Thinkorswim.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why we're trying to stay away from day trading for now and try to swing trade more, or just keep investing for now.
Yeah, man.
But
That's
we're not under the PDT rule though, so that's the
correct.
thing.
So there is that bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the kind of the difference. But yeah, just talking charting and stuff. I see you're using TradingView, but you're trading with Thinkorswim. That's right.
Correct. So I trade with Thinkorswim, and I also trade with Interactive Brokers on the longer term account.
Yeah.
And I do a few other CFD accounts that I have access to. But yeah,
Any reason why you're using the TradingView chart? Just think they're better, or?
that's a good question, man. A lot of people ask me that. I like the flow and the functionality a lot better. It's just easier to switch between things. I've always been raised and taught myself to trade from or to chart from a charting software and then go and actually input the trade in a broker.
Okay.
I've just always done it that way. So
Yeah.
I started off with, man, like I use Trade Navigator, freestockcharts.com, Motive Wave, Ninja Trader, TC2000. I'm trying to think of all the other ones. I can't remember all the ones off the top of my head, but I've done a lot where I just kind of generally look at a charting software, chart it. I just like the way it flows. I like the manipulation of it better. I use TrendSpider extremely frequently on swing trades and longer term stuff. So love TrendSpider, especially for newer beginner traders. This is incredible. It's a great charting software. And Thinkorswim, man, just initially looks scary. You know, like when you pull up,
You look at
account
that
and just people see, it just looks a little intimidating. There's just so much going on. And I think that for a lot of newer traders, it's just easier to get them started with a charting software. And then we start tiptoeing into, all right, now that you go here, what do you do next, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, on that, have you noticed anything different since they retired the commission from Thinkorswim on your end? Because I know I've heard.
Oh yeah,
on
for sure,
Instagram
man.
some people,
It's slower.
complaining about it.
It glitches up. It freezes in the morning. I mean, you know, I will say this: no broker is perfect. So I'll make sure I kind of throw that out there. Like, no broker is just absolutely phenomenal in every way possible. But Charles Schwab has been really good in the past. I've used them before as well. I've used Options Express, Options Animal before they all got bought out, Options House. Then I'm trying to think of the other smaller boutique one. TradeStation. I use TradeStation. Thinkorswim is good. It's good. It is a little laggy, but that's also because they have so many people using it. They have so many new users, so many people just kind of bogging it down. I think it's going to eventually get a little bit better, but they're going to get bought out by Schwab anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, we'll see if we end up going all over to Schwab. Schwab has a great platform. Street Smart Edge is really, really fun to use. And I'm a big fan of that one. So yeah, man, just kind of depends on what it is. But right
Didn't know
now
that.
with the
Sure, but
free
yeah, as
commissions,
to on our end,
what was that?
oh, no, I was just saying on our end, Thinkorswim is also lagging,
Oh
like
yeah.
even with the commissions and everything. So
Yep. It's just
Yeah.
because of all the new users since they switched
yeah,
and everything.
The bad thing in Canada is you don't have much choice, and there's a lot less trader in Canada than in the US. Even though like we're on Thinkorswim, but we're in Canada, but we're trading the US stock market.
Sure.
Yeah, but even then, like, we don't have much choice, and we don't have a big enough volume. That's why they're not taking out the commission. I think because I think they don't think they'll make more money by taking it out. So it's a bit unfortunate, but I guess you get what you take. So it's probably a little less laggy than the one in the US with all the people over there. So
Yeah. So you're mostly, do you trade any Canadian companies or all US?
we have some in our investing, but not on day trading. It's not. I don't think it's there's enough fluidity in it or liquidity to really move.
Yeah.
Like sometimes in college we're doing like simulated trading for some courses and stuff, and it's just a pain to trade Canadian stock unless you're trading marijuana stocks or gold stocks. There's not much movement in there.
I see. I see. Yeah. Which, is too bad, but hey, at least you have access to it. How do you deal with the whole US dollar, Canadian dollar conversion?
It's not too bad because I just put some money at once. We kind of there's just a fee like when we convert it, but if you just leave it in your account, you don't lose too much. Uh, it really depends. I think the USD CAD it got up though since I first opened my account, so I think I'll probably at least even with the conversion fee get like break even if I were to take out some money right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be a real big problem.
Do you guys ever trade Forex?
No, I didn't trade forex.
no, not
Me
really.
either.
But yeah, when I opened my account, it was at 132. So even if I were to switch it to remove it, I would probably make some money even with the transaction fee. I think it's like 2% to convert it.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting that the US dollar, Canadian dollar is just surging so strong, but that's, you have your ups, you have your downs, you have your times where you don't. I remember a
Yeah.
long, long time ago when it was, I don't think I
We're-
was a kid. I went to Canada and there was like that inverse. So it was, we
Yeah.
were lower, but it looks like it's breaking out and surging at this point.
yeah. Well, we're not traveling anytime soon, so
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
with yeah. And also for my investing account, I'm using Questrade, so it's basically a broker you can use in Canada. You have access to Canadian and US. So when you put in Canadian dollars, like I put in some dollars every 2 weeks, it converts automatically in US as well. So you have your Canadian and US buying power in the account. So you can choose either if you want to buy some US stocks or Canadian stocks.
Sure.
So that so you don't really see the exchange effect, but you see that you have less buying power in US dollars than in Canadian, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Well, very cool, man. That's really exciting stuff. How do we get more people of your age group interested in the market?
Well, really, just that's what we try to do, like talking about it, showing them that it's not like as scary as they think. I know right now it looks scary because everything's dropping and everybody freaks out, but yeah, just trying like to explain it in more beginner friendly way, just to say like it's a skill you learn, and after you keep that, and it can like really help you a long way in with your financial journey. So
Yeah, and I think you have to keep it simple. Like you said, you're trying to use the chart, and because it makes it less scary. But I think when us as traders, we know what a chart looks like, and we're used to it. But when someone new doesn't see it, I think they get really scared and they don't know what's going on and they don't want to try to understand. You have to go step by step because we know some very smart people of our friends and they don't have no clue and they get scared when they see that and when they see a chart or something like, oh, what are you guys doing? Like, I don't even know how you guys understand this chart, but I think you have to take it step by step. And I think you're doing good. You have a couple of free books we have on our website as well. And I think you have to start slow with some free content because some people will try to just charge for a course, but if you can't, if you have to get ready before I think entering like a paid course, something like that for sure. So offering free resources will get you more people.
Yep.
Especially some beginners, you know.
Yep. Totally agree, man. Totally agree. Well, I just want to say thank you, man, for you guys' time. I know it's extremely valuable, and I hope that your investing career and your education, your pursuit to help other people and to enrich lives continues. There's a lot of great things out there to be a part of, and I hope we just continue to do amazing things together, my friends.
Well, thanks for having us on. It was a pleasure talking and just analyzing the market. It's going down right now.
Yeah, it is.
It is
indeed.
For sure. We'll keep talking and we'll hope the best.
Yep, absolutely. And again, for anyone on Instagram, if you want to follow these guys, I'm a follower, I'm a fan. Great content, great posts, really good stuff, and just always out there to help other people. So thanks again, Pierre and Oliver. I appreciate your time and have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Yep, see ya. Folks, we got traders from all around the world. People who just want to grow and love and help and give and be amazing. You're absolutely right. The market is just straight up pooping its pants. 13% down is the next circuit breaker. Are we going to get there today? I do not know, but I am in a lot of puts, and it's still dropping. So the Qs are down 7%. We've broken a new low on the Qs. So, it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. We'll find out what occurs. Is this going to be an exact bottom? And we kind of pause here. I mean, if history repeats itself, you could have a really big update tomorrow, right? Who knows? So do what you need to do. Take your profits. Be cool, calm, and collected. Don't chase anything. And let's make tons of money and do a lot of great things together, folks. So I'm out. I'll see you all later. I'll be on Slack. Let's just keep surviving the bloodbath together, making money and, doing great things for the world. I'll see you guys later. You rock. Bye.